As soon as market got the news of ceasefire between US and Iran and consequential opening of the Strait of Hormuz, at least as long as ceasefire prevails, US dollar index started falling. And today, if we have we today after looking at the market, we have found out that the biggest gainer today against US dollar after this news is Japanese yen, which actually didn't gain recently, uh, while euro and GBP already gained enough in couple of previous days, which is why market uh, believes that the euro and pound are already at the certain level where we can say that they have already priced in the effect of this news, and they have gone already to the price levels where they used to be before beginning of US Iran conflict, which is why you may have seen slight downward movement in Euro USD and GBP USD in last couple of hours, despite this news is giving benefit to USD JPY, which is falling. So today, if we talk about the trading, and if we compare euro, pound, dollar, and Japanese yen, and if we want to sell US dollar and we want to buy something against US dollar, euro and pound will not be the best choice because they are already kind of saturated against US dollar in context of this news. Which is why Japanese yen is looking like this is going to be the biggest beneficiary of this news. Japanese yen traders seemed to be waiting for a confirmation and seemed to be very conservative, which is why Japanese yen didn't gain much against US dollar, while euro and pound has been gaining against US dollar in anticipation of any possible negotiation and opening of the Strait of Hormuz. So now the suggestion is very simple: is to trade Japanese yen, but not to trade against US dollar. Why? Euro is the most significant factor that affects dollar index. So while euro USD is correcting, definitely dollar index will be gaining. And if dollar index is gaining, then you will not see very big movement to the downside in USD JPY compared to the movement to the downside in euro JPY and GBP JPY, which is why it's best idea to rather sell euro JPY and GBP JPY, and not to sell USD JPY, not to buy euro USD, and not to buy GBP USD. So I will take you to the chart of Euro JPY and GBP JPY and give you a quick trading plan. Let's go to the chart. So here we are on Euro JPY. I have plotted something already on GBP JPY, which will give you an idea of what you can do on uh, Euro JPY. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Since beginning of the New York session at 8 a.m. New York time, this pair has been falling, and we have plotted this measurement tool, and we can simply start taking sell position from 30% retracement. 30% is not any Fibonacci level, but this is the minimum retracement which we can anticipate, and we will start taking sell position right from here, not to miss any chance. However, if the pair moves to the upside and goes to any further upside level like 38.2 or 50, we'll go down to 15-minute time frame, and we'll try to see if pair returns from 50 or 38.2 to the downside. If it returns to the downside from any these levels, we will add more sell positions. This is the plan. What will be the target and what will be the stop of this trade? Go back to daily time frame. So the target will be similar to the length of this candle. So I suggest to wait for closing of today and plan to enter the sell position tomorrow to avoid the negative swap, which will also give you enough time and chance to see the upward retracement and get the price level of 30 or 38.2 or any other retracement levels. And then the stop will be very simple. We do not want this to go above the price level where it was before the beginning of the New York session. For example, in case of GBP JPY, it was something around 215.46 before the New York session started. So if price goes to the upside for any reason or by any uh, impactful news, data, or geopolitical factor, then we will have to take loss and exit the position. So this is the case of stop. What is the target? Target should be similar to the length, like I said, similar to the length of this candle. So let's say this candle is closing at 214 and this candle started sometime around 215.19 and closing at, let's say, 214.19. It is 100 pips. So we'll consider that there will be at least 100 pips to the downside. There will be a movement of at least 100 pips to the downside. Similar approach can be used on Euro JPY. That's all in short. Thanks for watching.